Jordan? Seems that you've met up with Roy again, huh?
Oh, hello, Lily. Yeah, we met each other again. And we just met a bit ago at the hotel.
Do you still not understand that Roy is my husband?
But what if I told you that Roy is my man?
And that's what I'm saying. Last week we talked about all of this, and I said that he is my husband. And I told you that I don't want you to try to steal anything from me again. Yet here you are trying to take him from me yet another time.
Well, you should hold off on trying to make promises with me like that. But I guess this means it'll be hard getting you to divorce Roy after all. But I think it'd be for the best for you to leave him, since Roy and I have spent a lot of time together doing all sorts of mischievous things under the blankets. And him and I have really grown close. So don't act like all those little talks you try to have with me about him will extinguish that fire we have.
I know that, but after having a talk with Roy about you two, he said he wants to give up on you and start fresh with me again. So please, Jordan, would you stop trying to steal my husband from me?
But I want him. If you guys really don't want me around you anymore, why not just get a restraining order placed on me?
Well, that's...
You couldn't bring yourself to do it, could you? Mom and Dad have both passed away, so there's nobody around that's family, besides me, and you don't want to toss me aside, right? And also, Roy wants to be with me more than he cares to be with you. Lily, it looks like you're going to get the short end of the stick and end up all alone again, huh?
Jordan, do you seriously not care how you're treating me right now?
Excuse me? I thought I was being pretty fair with you right now. I'm the one saying that after I've gotten Roy from you, I'll be kind enough not to cut ties with you.
Does that mean if I don't hand him over to you, you will cut ties with me?
See, you get it. So I'd like you to quit all of this fussing and let me have my man. But before you do that, you'll need to divorce him for me. Oh, right. I should start thinking about having a child with Roy.
What?
But you'd have no other choice but to leave him, right?
Wait, Jordan, is that your reason to have a kid? Is to get me to leave Roy?
Doesn't that seem like a great idea? And that would give Roy a great reason to come to me to get married after leaving you. And you wouldn't have to be forced away from me in the end. Roy and I will be able to become happy with each other forever, and you'll still get to have a little bit of your family left. This is the best idea. We'll all be happy, and that's a win-win.
What about that is a win-win? All of that will only be good for you, right?
Just for thinking that gives me a good enough reason to think of you as a weirdo. If you don't start seeing the bright side of things, you'll forever be unhappy with the life you have. So please, brighten up a little bit, Lily.
Jordan, could you please put an end to all of this? This is all really, really bad, what you've been saying, and it could cause issues legally for you down the road. Do you at least understand that?
And that's why I've said, all you have to do is leave Roy and then hand him to me. Then we can shut up about all of this and move on with our lives. If you can do that for me, then I won't have to cut ties with you.
No matter what I try and say, you always go back to that.
You're just being way too stubborn. And now that I think about it, you've always been this way. Every time I mention something that I want, you always have to fight back. But this time, no matter how you try to play the game, Roy will always be focused on loving me. Are you good? Do you need me to say all of that again? I guess I will. Please give me Roy. And if you don't do as your little sister asks, then she is going to leave you forever. And look, becoming all alone in this world would suck, right?
Well,
but there's still that. You've been a housewife all this time. And so if you have to divorce Roy now, you won't be able to support yourself, right? Until now, it's been Roy who has been kind enough to take care of you and let you stay in his house. Maybe that's the reason you don't want to let go of him.
That's not the reason at all.
But I'll say this to give you a hint on what to do about that. Find a job. Now hurry up and leave my man. Lily? Hey, I had Roy fill out all of your guys' divorce paperwork for me.
What? Our divorce paperwork?
Well, I was told by Roy while we were out drinking that you still hadn't gotten started on all the paperwork, and so I had to take things into my own hands.
I never expected him to say something like that to you.
But he did. I just had to mention to him that he could start doing the paperwork himself to speed up the process for you. And he said he could do that for me, so the next day he went to the city office and got everything taken care of.
I see. So he must have even gone ahead and signed it all already.
So you have to understand what's going on now, right? To Roy, all you are is an obstacle in the way of him and I enjoying our love. You're the enemy of our future together, and so he needs to take the fight to you.
I guess that's the truth.
When we head out later, I'll make sure to send this paperwork to your place and have you sign it. And the reason he wasn't at home for the past few nights is because he's been over here sleeping with me. And it'll be the same again tonight.
I see.
So please get on with it and get that paperwork handed in. Lily?
Yes, Jordan. I just went and handed in the divorce paperwork for you.
Wait, really? Finally? You finally come through with leaving Roy for me. Then just as I had said, I am not going to cut ties with you. Isn't it great that you won't have to become forever alone now?
You won't have to leave me, but I'd like you to pay me $30,000 as a settlement for this. And then you can leave me.
Huh? What are you talking about? And what's this $30,000 for anyway?
Like I said, it's a settlement.
You're going to try and take that much money from your little sister?
Well, you did try multiple times to take my husband before you finally succeeded. And so, for causing all of that stress and trouble to my life and Roy's and my relationship, you are going to be paying me all the money I've asked for. And I don't care that you're my sister.
What the hell are you thinking? If you do that to me, then I'm going to have to leave you forever.
Yeah, and that's fine with me. At least my plan is to leave you once you've paid that settlement off for me.
Wait! Do you even realize that you'll be losing the last piece of family you ever had? Do you really want to let the last bit of relation you have to your family go? Then you'll be all on your own with nobody to love you as their family, right? Maybe the shock of being thrown away by your husband has left you mentally ruined?
Jordan, I don't know how to say this, but I think you've been confused this whole time. For the longest time now, I've been wanting to divorce Roy. But that whole time, Roy had never wanted to leave my side, so we couldn't agree on getting a divorce.
Huh? Isn't it the other way around?
So what did you hear from him?
He told me that for the longest time you had been the one to turn down all of his requests for getting a divorce. He said he earned so much and that you didn't want to lose all the money he brought in. And that when he'd come home to you, you'd always be crying for him to stay with you.
What the heck? That's completely the opposite.
The opposite?
The only person that won't be able to support themselves after the divorce will be Roy.
Huh? Why? Isn't he working for a really decent company at the moment?
Well, yes, he is working at the moment, but he's only just an intern there and hasn't even begun working full-time yet.
He's an intern?
Well, even though he is an intern, he is still bringing in a little bit of money. But when it comes to his position there, it's only around $10 an hour. So at the end of every week, he's barely making enough to support me as well as himself.
What do you mean? How are you able to live with him, then, if all you do is stay at home and do the chores for him?
I don't think I've ever said to you that I'm a housewife or anything like that.
Huh?
Do you understand the concept of passive income?
What's that?
Well, to make this as simple as possible, I own a few parking garages in the city.
Parking garages?
Well, when Mom and Dad passed away, the money that I inherited from them was put towards starting my own way of making passive income. And after buying a few garages, they've been getting me enough money to live off of.
What the heck?
Well, I'm not making an insanely large amount of money every month off of them, but I'm also able to live life without ever having to worry about money being a problem for me. So even if we divorce, I'll be just fine. However, when you and Roy would go out on dates and things like that, he would use my debit card to pay for your guys' food and entertainment. And so you both leaving me will help me get a lot of my money back in my pockets.
Wait, what the hell, Lily? You don't even work a job, and yet you get to make that much money? I want to do something like that as well.
Well, do you have the money to get something like that started for yourself?
Huh?
I know that the money you were given by Mom and Dad in their will has all been used up on going out and shopping, right? And so at the moment, you're working part-time, just barely making enough to keep yourself afloat.
Well, how about you let me borrow some money from you, Lily?
What makes you think you'll be able to borrow money from someone you've cut ties with? I'm pretty much done talking with you, but if you have any questions regarding that $30,000, you'll have to pay me. You can get in touch with my lawyer to discuss all of that.
But how am I even going to pay for all of that? And Roy doesn't even make enough either to help me with.
I should let you know that the $30,000 settlement isn't the last of it.
Huh?
I'm going to be asking for a settlement from Roy as well, so both of you in total will owe me $60,000.
That's way too much to be asking from us over a simple divorce.
Well, it's not just for the divorce, remember, but also for all the crap you guys did to me that made my life 10 times harder than before.
What did I do that made your life so hard?
Jordan, I know it's been you sending me those letters in the mail threatening me to leave my husband and house. Things about hurting me if I don't leave, or saying that you'll find me on the streets and have me shot. And those are just some of the things you've said to me. You'd even send me pictures of Roy with you, but your face was blurred so that I could only see him cheating on me. But no matter how hard you tried to blur your image, it wasn't difficult to figure out that it was you standing with him.
Well, I just wanted you to leave him.
Well, you went a bit too far this time. I'm telling you that you caused me way too much stress by doing all of that. And so I no longer need you in my life. And I don't need a husband that not only cheats on me, but takes my money to use for your dates either.
Lily.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to say that you both getting that divorce paperwork filled out for me was a great time saver. So thank you so much for working together to get yourselves out of my life for me.
Wait.
From now on, you'll need to talk to my lawyer, so I'm going to be blocking your phone number.
I'm asking you to stop.
Bye forever, Jordan.
Lily!
After we finished talking, my little sister tried to come to the house to attack me. Luckily, I'd moved out the night before, so she couldn't find me. I still had the camera set up at the front door and saw her and Roy banging on it, yelling and screaming. Fortunately, my neighbor called the police and they were taken in for questioning before being sent home. The news spread to Roy's workplace, and the next day he was fired from his internship. He no longer had any income. Jordan faced the same fate when her boss learned about her actions, and she too lost her part-time job. Both of them still owe me the settlements I requested, so their only option is to enter lone hell. These days, they've been working as busboys at different restaurants and cafes, working long hours to pay off their debts. According to a mutual friend, their relationship has completely fallen apart, and the love they once had is gone. But breaking up would cost them even more time and money, so they're staying together, forcing themselves to make it work until their debts are paid off. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.